In the heart of modern warfare, deception and technology collide. Russia's new as 8,000 Bender-old cruise missile packed with foreign-made components raises new concerns about the effectiveness of global sanctions. Meanwhile, the UK introduces a game-changing tactic flat-pack decoys, fueling Russian surveillance and forcing Moscow to waste valuable resources. Technology and trickery are now the front line of survival. The war of the future has begun. Ukraine dropped a bombshell accusation on May 12th. Russia's new 8000 band, or all-cruise missile, is powered by a shocking array of foreign-made components sourced from China, Japan, South Korea, Switzerland, and even the United States. These advanced electronics and propulsion parts reveal a stark reality. Global sanctions aimed at crippling Moscow's military technology might be failing. Published by Ukraine's Defense Intelligence Directorate HQ are the missiles. Technical specifications expose the high-precision capabilities of the band are all developed by the sanctioned Russian defense giant Kronstadt, with its reliance on foreign-made parts. This missile challenges the very effectiveness of international efforts to contain Russia's military might. The missile features advanced maneuverability, reportedly capable of making sharper turns than existing Russian cruise missiles such as the Kh-101-3 M14 caliber .9 M727 Iskander, K, and K-69. Despite this added agility, it maintains the typical low-altitude terrain following flight profile common to cruise missiles intended to reduce radar detection, according to Ukrainian military analysts. The band drill carries a warhead weighing up to 150 kilograms and has a maximum operational range of approximately 500 kilometers, flying at a cruising speed of around 500 kilometers per hour. It is fueled by aviation-grade kerosene, including jet. A type fuels transport has designed the band roll primarily for deployment via the Orion unmanned aerial vehicle, also manufactured by the same company. But Ukrainian officials say the missile is now being adapted for use from the May 28th Havoc attack helicopter, potentially widening its strike capabilities. The Ukrainian Defense Intelligence Directorate has documented a number of foreign-made components within the missile, among them swollen STW-800 Pro turbojet engine originated in China. A commercially available aircraft propulsion unit found online, including on platforms such as AliExpress, our 5900XT telemetry communication module, produced either in Australia or as an unauthorized Chinese replica inertial navigation system, most likely manufactured in China. Murata battery packs made in Japan by Murata Manufacturing Company Dynamics LMX64A server motors produced by Roberta's, a South Korean robotics company. Commuter M8 anti-jamming antenna developed by the Russian firm VN, and her progress also used in Russia's Geron drones. Additionally, the missile reportedly contains some 20 types of microchips sourced from manufacturers based in the United States, China, Japan, Switzerland, and South Korea. According to the Ukrainian intelligence report, many of these critical electronic parts were acquired via Chip and Dippoint, one of Russia's largest electronics distributors, which is believed to operate an extensive procurement network that circumvents sanctions through third countries and intermediary firms. Ukrainian officials say the revelations highlight the urgent need for tighter export controls and more coordinated international enforcement mechanisms. This missile reflects not just Russian engineering, but the failure to block critical technologies from reaching Moscow, said a senior Ukrainian defense official. With the band are all now reportedly entering serial production. Kyiv is warning that global sanctions must be matched with rigorous enforcement to avoid unintentionally sustaining the Kremlin's war machine. According to various media reports on May 11th, Britain has intensified its support for Ukraine with a novel tool of modern warfare flat-pack decoys designed to mislead Russian surveillance. These lightweight IKEA-style kits, replicas of tanks, artillery, and air defense systems aim to blur the line between real and fake firepower, complicating Moscow's battlefield assessments as the conflict enters a more technologically intensive phase. Deception is fast becoming a frontline necessity. Central to this strategy is Task Force Kindred, a specialist 20-member team from the UK Ministry of Defence, working alongside British defence firms using 3D scans and digital models of British military equipment. The team produces decoys based on systems such as the Challenger to tank and has 90 self-propelled gun. These kids can be assembled by Ukrainian troops within hours and once in place, closely mimic real systems capable of fueling drones, satellites, and sometimes even human observers on the ground. The aim is straightforward: force Russian forces to waste costly munitions on worthless targets. Royal Air Force Squadron leader Larry Simla told The Times that with limited real systems available, amplifying their apparent numbers offers a strategic edge. We haven't gifted a huge amount of these, so anything we can do to make the quantities look greater on the front line is advantageous. The modern battlefield is saturated with aerial surveillance and high-resolution satellite imagery, rendering traditional camouflage increasingly obsolete. Decoys now serve as essential tools of disruption. Russian forces have repeatedly claimed to destroy valuable Ukrainian assets only for Kyiv to reveal they were fakes. It's a tactic that not only depletes Russia's arsenal, but also exposes the Kremlin to credibility risks. Colonel Ali Todd, leading procurement for Task Force Kindred, said the decoys are built to mislead censors and decision-makers alike. They divert attention, waste resources, and complicate the enemy's decision-making. According to British estimates, for every 5 genuine vehicles sent to Ukraine, as many as 30 decoy versions may follow, delivering a force-multiplying effect without proportional cost. A key component of this effort is the Raven air defense system, developed in Britain by adapting older as Ram missiles on Super Cat vehicles. Both operational Ravens and decoy versions outfitted with thermal elements to mislead heat-seeking systems have been deployed in Ukraine. Colonel Todd confirmed the system had been used to protect strategic locations, including President Zelensky's residence, Ukraine, and has embraced the strategy. Deputy Defense Minister Katerina Chernov-Franco described deception as a very necessary element of warfare, noting that both sides now regularly deploy fakes to bait enemy defenses. Ukrainian troops have fired around 400 Raven missiles so far, with a 70% reported success rate against drones and cruise missiles operated via controllers modeled after gaming consoles. The system reflects the increasing digitization of warfare. The simplicity of the decoys is a strength designed for quick deployment and minimal training. They are now also being locally reproduced using 3D printers and salvaged materials, making the strategy self-sustaining. This innovation mirrors Britain's wider $16.3 billion commitment to Ukraine, which blends material aid with asymmetric advantage. Yet, as the UK deepens its external commitments, domestic defense concerns are growing. Experts warn Britain's armed forces may be unprepared for a future conflict with a peer adversary, with one retired general calling its readiness hollowed out after years of underinvestment. Deception in warfare is nothing new, but its modern iteration, digitally rendered, rapidly deployed, and tactically precise, has become indispensable, ASUS General James Rainey observed. Constant surveillance now defines combat for Ukraine. The war of illusions is no longer a sideshow. It's a central pillar of survival and